Hello ladies and gentlemen, and in today's underground video we're focusing on the imaginary figure again. Oh yes, Mathema. And this is the Book of Mathema, but not the Book of Mathema. Unfortunately, I gave that to Mike Swift yesterday to be destroyed. So the version which did lie in the Syndicate Press had to be destroyed, and this version of the book will also have to be destroyed because this is the second book of Mathema. So this being the second book, this is from this book goes from 1976 all the way till 1995. This book covers. And this book covers all of the alien findings, time machine discoveries, alien findings, and the Skylight Foundation, which, if you don't know, the Skylight Foundation, they are a secret alien hunting alien research group that's researching aliens, and they go from alien discoveries to alien civilizations. Now, I can't show you every single page in this book because that would be exposing some of the secrets, but we have the index, blah blah blah, underlining. We have all of the other secrets underlining. We have how to get aliens, who's finding all the aliens, and you can tell this version isn't exactly finished. So what I'm going to do is jump to the front facing camera and talk more about the findings and alien research project. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. So friends, we're going to talk about this very book again. This book right here. Now, what I did forget to talk about is the secret alien, the secret alien code, which this book talks on. Secret alien code, which the Seventh Dimension Prophecy talks about. Now, the Seventh Dimension Prophecy is, well, that's a video all on itself, and maybe we'll do that another day, but and this book did cover it in a way. Let's just talk about the findings first of all. The findings. Now, since this is an underground book, there are secrets, shall we say, secrets which the public will never know about Mathema until now, because of government information. Now, I've talked on my other channel about Skahu, and who he was. And a lot of people said, there was the main conspiracy of Skahu was he carried on the curse from Scarface, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the actual thing was Skahu had his own curse, which was written, blah, blah, blah. And the Ministry of All Things, another organization, had things hidden. Now, I don't want to jump into conspiracy land for this video, because if you jump into conspiracy land, it takes away this actual video, it takes the whole meaning from this video and everything. So one of the things that I wanted to jump to was secret, hidden civilizations. Now, in actual fact, there are more than just one hidden agenda. Because you have all types of things that the government are trying to do. And there has been a war going on and still going on between the mainstream, the conspiracy theorists, and the government to basically try and censor the information to keep things secret. And in this book, there is missing information about missing information about the Rainbow Light production, which blew up Nazi rocket ships in the 1950s. I really want to cover that because it's really great parts, and it's World War II stuff that probably hasn't been covered. And there are documents about UFOs, and there are documents about alien organizations. And Mathema was not just in one organization; he set up several organizations. Plus, there was Project X, which I found out isn't actually called Project X. It's called something else. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but yeah, it's not called Project X. Project X is not a cover-up. It's not a cover-up. It was called that to kind of catch the mainstream off guard, because there's various other names for it, and the Project X Facebook page doesn't have much on it because I set it up being a member of the Syndicate Press, which unfortunately that has also changed names too, because it's an underground press, and it's needs to stay that way because people are worried about information being radicalized and all of that. So the part that I want to jump to is let's go to 1995. Let's talk about the Area 51, all of the allegations after Mothma's death, because this is the second book. This was actually, there are 5 books of Mathema, but we've actually rewritten them, and we're actually working now on an ebook, because this was the last book in print. This book actually was this book's just been republished, because this is the last book in print, unfortunately. But unfortunately, because this is the last book in print, this is going to be the last book that was destroyed. This last book has been, like I said, it's been republished because the other version of the last book got destroyed. We destroyed it yesterday. So thank you to Mike Swift for destroying that book. The reason we destroyed it is because we don't want anybody to access it. And it's yeah. Yeah, so it's like I said, the Syndicate Press. Now, in this book, there is no information about Mothma when he got shot. That's in the 6th book. That's in the 6th edition, The Prophecies of Mothma. This just talks about findings of UFOs, and this actually goes. This was actually done by the foundation, Mothma's foundation, and alien research councils. We're still waiting on information on the mystery findings. Like there was an airship that disappeared in 1996, and that airship had been seen before 1996. So who were they looking for? That's not in this book, by the way. It needs to be, because it was, you know. Also, there was a TV broadcast of a football game, right? And in the middle of the football game, the broadcast was interrupted for 10 minutes. And then that broadcast came back from where it left off. And this is before digital telly. Now, apparently, the satellite was damaged. And they want to know why. This is all in 1995. Covers that in this book. Covers that in this very chapter. What also is covered on this chapter is the black hole conspiracy. And now they're saying there's black holes on Earth. And people want to know if one of Mothma's bunkers is in a black hole, because that too has disappeared. And there's also, in the ebook version, not in this version, but in the ebook version of this book, there is talk about a pyramid spaceship that's landed in one of the deserts, and it's a replica of an actual real pyramid, and it's only since they went inside they found control panels and engine rooms and all kinds of stuff, and nobody's allowed inside it. Of course, they're saying it's a secret American intelligence services, but unfortunately, the Americans know nothing about it. You know, this is a good thing when the Americans know nothing about this replica pyramid that's a spaceship, and it's been there since 1999. But the founders of Mothma went and discovered it. and it's still being discovered. And luckily, the Americans aren't allowed near it. And there's also a temple that is also a spaceship. Spaceship disguise. And that was built by the founders of Mathema, built here on Earth. And people think it's a temple. And it looks like a temple and everything. When you go inside, it's got all of the sacred stuff. But it's only when you get to the tower at the top. You go to the very top where the tower is. That's where all the control panels are. And all this all this alien speech that the military are being taught, and Area 51 are being taught, and people are being taught to mimic aliens and stuff like that. That was all done by Mothma's findings, because it was all it was done by the Joint Research Plan, and it was also done by the MVERT Council. And I'm just going to say there isn't many founders of Mathema left. Now, I know Mothma's imaginary, and I know this book isn't real. This is actually a prop book. But if you want to sort of be interested in aliens and the findings of aliens, then join us in our next video. So yeah, and I'm just going to say that this book I made in group yesterday. It's a prop book, and I'm going to do a behind the scenes video of how I made it, just so if you want to make an underground book of your very own, you can do so. I'm also doing a prop ebook for my next project, Findings Alien Organizations. I was going to stick some stuff in this book, but didn't have the chance to. So, there's also stuff about Z Parry in here, who's actually passed away. Z Parry was a real person. I will do a separate video on her, a monumental video, and maybe an underground documentary, who knows. I will do an underground documentary, because I did actually interview Z about a book that you can never read. And that does exist. There is a book out there that has been published and no one would ever want to read. And anyway, so yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to cobble it together in a moment, and I'm going to have to keep hold of it for my next project. So yeah, I'll put this safe somewhere, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.